Hi everybody, I'm News 6 meteorologist Candace Campos. Here is your 11 a.m. update. This is the latest update from the National Hurricane Center regarding Tropical Storm Barry. It has strengthened compared to the earlier morning updates, but you can still see the system is not very symmetrical. It's not that textbook circular storm that we tend to see on satellite. There's still a lot of shearing going on the northern side of this system, which has helped keep it below Category 1 strength, at least for the last few hours, but that won't last long. Here's the latest updates. Winds have increased from 50 to 65 miles per hour, making it a stronger tropical storm, and it is continuing that west-northwest movement at about 5, meaning it is now starting to turn towards the Gulf Coast. This is the latest change when it comes to the 8 a.m. or the 5 a.m. update and the 11 is that now they're expecting it to be a weak Category 1 hurricane as it makes landfall around 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, Saturday morning. The last update had it with winds of 70. Now they have increased it to 75, which changes it from a tropical storm to a Category 1 hurricane. And you can see over the next few days, it will continue to ride right up the Mississippi River, dumping heavy amounts of rain. The two biggest threats are going to be the storm surge right there along the Gulf Coast, as well as this. Rainfall rates are going to be ridiculous. You can see here between 10 to 15 inches of rainfall when this system is all said and done across many areas around the mouth of the Mississippi, with some areas even exceeding about 20 inches of rain. Now, the Mississippi River has already, you can see here with the little red and orange and yellow dots, that's minor, moderate flood stages, minor flood stages. So the Mississippi River is already very swollen. We had a lot of flooding rain to the north, and that water has to go somewhere, and it's continuing to travel south down the Mississippi. We have the snow melt that's also happening from up north. So it's the combination of all of this that is why there's going to be such a big concern about flooding around this area. We do have hurricane watches and warnings and tropical storm watches in effect pretty much right along the Louisiana coast, but most models are showing that this is going to be a Louisiana landfall. So what does this mean for us here in Central Florida? A lot of people are saying this is not our storm. Why are we concerned? If you are planning on heading out to the beaches on the west coast, we're going to really increase our rip current risk. But the good news is that it is going to continue to steer away from Florida. So for your weekend, it might be some of the driest days we've seen in quite some time, and that's all thanks to the ridge of high pressure. It's the same system that is pushing Barry away from Florida. It's also going to keep us under this nice, dry, stable dome. Now, 30% doesn't mean zero, so we can't rule out the chance of seeing an isolated shower, but our breeze is going to return off the waters. So clouds and rain forecast for today still showing about a 60% chance of rain. We have one more stormy day to get through before we can enjoy more of a drier trend. You can see Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells will be pinpointing some storms from 5, 6 until about 8 o'clock tonight, and then we'll dial down those rain chances and keep them low for your Saturday and into your Sunday. 7-day forecast looking pretty typical, between about 91 and 93 degrees until further notice, with rain chances also pretty typical of our summertime pattern, between 30 to 40%. That's your full forecast. Of course, we'll have another update later on tonight with Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells. Have a great weekend.